Hey, everybody, it's Georgia Rose. I'm back. Did you miss me? It was 2 weeks without Georgia Rose and the Zenkuda Soul Space. I'll bet you missed me. I know I missed all of you. I get my joy juice out of this hour every Monday, seeing all you guys, and well, virtually anyway, and talking to you and chatting to you all about everything spiritual. So if you're just joining us in the Zenkuda community, welcome. I am going to share our show. I'm a little behind the 8 ball today. For some reason, I don't know if all of you have been feeling this, but there's something going on in the universe with time. It's like time either feels really speeded up or really slow moving. And today I was just out of sync all darn day. So I'm a little bit behind schedule. Started the show a few minutes late, which I hate to do, but happens sometimes, you know. So time has been really screwy, and also a lot of other things. Have you been dreaming a lot lately? Or maybe you've been going to sleep and you feel like you're asleep for maybe 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden you've been asleep for 8 hours. Well, that's probably also to do with the planet Neptune. Neptune is very powerful in the sky right now, and she is retrograde along with Mercury and Mars. So we've got a lot of planets retrograde, and that really sometimes works on our time, internal time clocks and things. So it's a really great time actually to take some quiet, I like to call it silent listening, you know, listening to yourself, maybe meditating, doing those type of things. So I'm going to try and get on right now to see who is on with me. For some reason, having some issues with my laptop and also with my iPad, probably because Mercury's in retrograde. So let me log on here and see who I've got on. Hope you guys are finding me tonight. Didn't share yet. Going on to our Strong Island site. Here we go.
By the way, I love the candles.
Oh, that was Bobby, my producer.
I had to say it.
He loves the candles. How do they look
it.
on camera, Bob?
They look great. You
Okay.
look great.
Because my monitor is a little far away when I'm in the studio.
Yeah.
So I need glasses, and I can't really see what I look like. So if, you know, I have lipstick on my teeth or anything, someone put it in the comments.
No, you look awesome.
These are my, like, cool spiritual girl glasses
Now
that I
you
can
look
see
very
everything.
intelligent.
Yeah. I look better with these, right?
You look more smarter.
More smarter. Like you.
All right. Let me go back to doing what I do better.
That is Bobby. Bobby is the best producer ever. If any of you are at home and thinking about doing a podcast about whatever, woodworking, whatever, toe decorating, Bobby is the guy to see over here at Strong Island. I'm telling you, Paradise Studios is the bomb. I love it here. We're like a family. So I'm going to share my show. And tonight, you guys can actually tune in if you want live. You can call in live, rather. Phone numbers be up on the screen in 2 seconds because Bobby's really great at that. And you can call in, and I'll pull some cards for you. And astrology-wise, you can even ask me any question you want. I'll try and answer it. If I don't know the answer, I'll find out and put it in the comments after, but I'll probably know the answer. And you can call in for a reading. And if you guys are out there watching, I would really, really love it if you would share the show on your pages too. Maybe we got some good info to give somebody. So I've been doing a lot of silent listening, like I was just saying. And silent listening is when you spend some time by yourself. Maybe it's, you know, Saturday afternoon and you're just kind of hanging around the house, puttering as I like to call it. And maybe you're cleaning up or just kind of doing nothing and just hanging out. Maybe you're just in that lounge chair in the backyard. And just kind of in your silence, just kind of give things a listen. You know, like maybe you want to first listen in on the sounds around you, and then give a little listen to the sounds in your mind and what's going on in your brain. And so I've been doing that quite a bit the last few days. I actually have gotten some really great insights doing that. So that's why I highly recommend it. So spend some time with yourself and spend some time just, you know, kind of listening to yourself and seeing what's in your mind and what you're really feeling and what your mind has to say to you. Because I think we've all coming off a really busy season. I feel like this summer just flew by. I was reading an article the other day that said the older you get, the faster time goes. And I didn't really like to read that, but that's what they said. And I feel like this summer especially went very quickly, and that we need to take some time to kind of reboot ourselves maybe, or just get back in touch. I feel like the cosmos, the planets, angels, off-planet energy, God, all kinds of guides. They're really coming in very strong right now. And that's also because we just had that beautiful Pisces moon, which conjuncted Neptune, which brought in all kinds of fantasy and dream and all kinds of things. So you want to take advantage of that energy. And the way to do that is to really tune in, that quiet listening when you're by yourself and when you just, want to hear, what am I really thinking about? Or how did I feel about that thing? Or what really went on that I had that trigger the other day, and really think about what you're feeling inside, because this is the energy and it's going to last about a week. And then we're going to find some frustration coming in when the weekend comes. Let me just share the show to the Zenkuda page. For those of you who like me on Facebook, there are two pages. One is Georgia Rose and the other one is Zenkuda Soul Space. Zenkuda Soul Space, you're going to get a lot more of the video and the Zenkuda information and media that you really want if you're on that soul trek of trying to improve your life. The Georgia Rose is more of a personal page, which I'm actually trying to phase out right now. Okay, so the show is all shared. So yeah, quiet listening, highly recommend it. You're going to get a lot of downloads, a lot of revelations. Sometimes what I like to do, and I've been doing this for years, and those of you who know me know I do what's called automatic writing. My hair is sticking up. I hate it when that happens, but you guys can all sympathize with me. Why is my hair doing this? So I'm very distracted by the way I look on the monitor tonight. So anyway, sometimes what I like to do when I'm in that quiet listening portion of my day is write. And I'll take out, I have stacks and stacks of notebooks, but I'll take out a notebook and, I journal normally. I'm a big journaler. I'm writing a big memoir now that you're all going to enjoy. But this is different than journaling. What I do when I write, when I'm really in quiet listening, meditation, when I'm just kind of feeling the thoughts out in my head, is I'll just write. And a lot of times that's called automatic writing because you're really channeling a much deeper, higher self. It's not like writing a story. It's really coming from someplace deep inside. And so I love to do that because usually when I finish with that, I don't even know what I wrote. I have to read it back. I keep those journals, and from time to time I will go back and read things that I wrote weeks ago, months ago, even years ago. I have these huge plastic bins in my basement all labeled with years of my channels and journals. And it gives me so much insight and revelation into where I'm at on my spiritual journey. So I highly recommend that, especially if you've never done it. This is a great energy to begin it. If you've done it, it's a great energy to go deeper into it. That quiet time, that real quiet listening to your own mind and your own thoughts and desires is really, really heightened in this energy. The other thing I want to say is, and I did a video about this to be put up last week that was pre-recorded, and we had an audio problem with it. So I couldn't use the video. And it was really an important message, and I'm just going to talk about that for like 5 minutes because I know you guys all want cards and things. But oh, see, Chris Colucci loves the glasses, so I'm going to do that. I just shared on my other pages, Chris, so if it's not there, let me know. So I look so studious, right? I've been studying astrology all day. So the message that I had recorded last week that didn't work out, I don't know if it just wasn't manifested to be that week or whatever, was simply this. The next several weeks till we close this year and into the very beginning of 2023 are extremely critical and crucial time. This is a time now when you want to work on all of your loose ends, all of the things that the universe is showing you that you are supposed to be working on. And we all know there are things there that we are being shown, that we're being tweaked at, and we're ignoring them. And I always say the things that give us pain are the things we know and we deny, because those are the things that are always in our minds, right? And I tell the story of how I was out of my yoga practice for several months, and I kept denying going, and I kept staying away, and I knew I was supposed to go, and it was nagging at me and bothering me and making me sick. The things that we deny but we know we're supposed to do literally make us sick sometimes. So any of those things right now, really, really work hard to put yourself in a place where you are working on those things, tying up those loose ends, sealing the cracks in the driveway, sweeping the porch clean, whatever analogy you want to use. Because Saturn is in a place in Aquarius right now where Pluto is going to be in the spring of 2023 for a very brief time, and then Pluto's going to go back into Capricorn. But it starts to just go into Aquarius in spring of 2023. It's been in Capricorn since 2008, tweaking us and pushing us and breaking down all our structures. And now it's going to change for a very brief time. Then it goes back into Capricorn. And 2024 is when it really goes into Aquarius. But the reason why this is significant is because when Pluto goes where Saturn is now, this is what's going to happen. Saturn's in that space in Aquarius now, and it's showing us the area of our life that we need to pay attention to. We need to clean up, tweak, sweep out, clear out. We need to step up and take responsibility and be disciplined in. Maybe that's your health. Maybe it's your finances. Maybe it's, a relationship. Maybe it's your career. Whatever it is, maybe it's your spirituality. Maybe it's that you're a butthole and you're not supposed to be a butthole anymore. I don't know what it is for you. I'd have to read your chart. You can call for a reading. You can also go on zenkuda.com for one. But wherever Aquarius is in your chart, something is telling you to take care of something, to step up and be responsible, to grow up. And Saturn is doing that right now by showing you the limitation of it. It's making it heightened. It's giving you crisis. And if you don't take care of it, when Pluto goes there in the spring of 2023, it's going to come crumbling down on you. Because Pluto, when it works with Saturn in this type of area, it's following Saturn in the sky, right? So now Saturn comes in, says to us, hey, Georgia, you haven't been so good with your budget. You better take care of that budget and be more responsible and disciplined and do your Saturn. And if I don't, I'm just using this as an example, if I don't, then when Pluto hits that spot in March of 2023 and the rest of 2023, it's probably going to give me a lot of financial difficulty because I didn't take care of what I was supposed to. Now, in my chart, it's not in that sector, but I'm just saying, if for those of you who's in the second house, that's where it's going to be. So you want to spend these next few months really tying up those loose ends. If you're not taking care of your health, do it. You're going to have a health crisis otherwise. If you're not taking care of your finances, do it. You're going to have a financial crisis otherwise. If you're not taking care of your career, your spirituality, your relationships, your partnerships, your liabilities, wherever they are in your life, take care of them now. Please, please, I beg of you. Because we need to be powerful. And that's what Saturn and Pluto, when they work in this regard, do. They're not doing these things to us. They're doing them for us to make us more powerful. Because when are we most powerful? Not when we're in denial, not when we're in avoidance, not when we're in procrastination. Those are the things that weaken us and take away our power. So when we are in discipline and responsibility, we are most powerful. Now, before we get to discipline and responsibility, we have to find acceptance. Accepting, gee, that's a weak area of my life. Or, gee, my career really isn't where I want it to be. Or, gee, this relationship is lacking. I need to step up and take care of these things or change something in my life so that I have a different result. And before we get to that point of action, we get to a point of acceptance. So acceptance is the ignition that brings us to discipline and responsibility. So that's my lecture for tonight. I'm sorry that I sound very serious, but I just can't express enough how important these next few months, the close of 2022, is for you to tweak whatever it is in your place of life that needs to be tweaked. Seal those cracks in the driveway, sweep off the porch, whatever you want to call it. You want to really make sure that you're doing those things. Wherever Aquarius is, whatever house it's in your chart, wherever Saturn is tweaking you and trying to wake you up, please wake up. Please take the reins. Move the chariot forward, because in 2023, the universe is going to do it for you, and you really want to be in control of those things. So I am going to look at the comments, say hi to everybody. Hey, Joanne. Hi, Janine. Hi, Anne. Oh, thank you. I had a nice 2 weeks away, actually. I miss my podcast when I don't do it. I always have a little bit of guilt and remorse. But I know that I'm doing more work to produce more content, to get myself really centered and grounded, to bring more to you guys. So I really love it. It's my work. Hello from Jamaica, Shillian Dodd. I hope we're saying that right. I love Jamaica. Jamaica is so beautiful. I actually love the Caribbean. It was my habit before COVID. I used to spend 1 to 2 weeks in the Caribbean every year. It was my thing. As soon as the holidays were over, like January 2nd, I was out of here in someplace warm. Haven't done that in a few years now. Hi, Aaron. I'm so glad you got back in. We mistakenly had a bot on the show one night that was mean and trying to get readings from everyone. And by mistake, Bobby, my producer, shut Aaron out thinking he was the bot, and he wasn't. And Aaron's one of my most faithful supporters, so I'm so glad to see you back. Pauline's back. Hey, Pauline, how are you doing? And yeah, we got a nice crowd on here. So Shelley is asking me about Marcellus. So how about if we pull some cards for Shillian, since she is first time on here? We're going to do that. And if anybody has a question or anything for me, you can call in 516-945-9099. Also, I want to talk about an event. I don't know, Bobby, are you back in that booth or are you walking around? Yeah, I'm going to play my commercial while I shuffle the cards for Shellyan. I have an event that I'm doing actually next Saturday. If you're in the Northeast Long Island, yes, I'm a Long Island girl. If you're in the Long Island, New York area, I am doing an event on Saturday in the Bayard Cutting Arboretum. It's a free meditation. We're all going to gather on the Great Lawn and just basically send some love out to the world. I'll lead a meditation. And then if you guys feel like it, we can, gotta pick that card up. We can take a walk around the Arboretum after. And also we're going to visit the Sacred Stone, which is my shaman, Al's store. And he'll have it open for us to buy crystals or anything like that. And if any of you are not in the New York area and you want to join us in some way, let me know. And I'll make sure that you have the site for Al's email and web store. He can get any kind of crystal you want. I love him. He's wonderful. So, Bobby, play that little thing and put up my little thing, and I will shuffle the cards for Shelley, and we'll be right back. Hi, everybody. It's Georgia Rose, and if you're like me, you love to be among the trees. So join me for a meditation September 17th. It's a Saturday at 10 o'clock at the Bayard Cutting Arboretum on the Great Lawn. We're going to meet, and we're all going to just raise the vibe and meditate and open our hearts, and I'll lead us in a guided meditation. And if you feel like it afterwards, we can take a nature walk. I hope to see all of my light worker friends, my psychics and my sound healers and my Reiki people and my healers, everybody. I want you all to come out and say hi and open your hearts. Let's breathe through our hearts in a gorgeous setting. And then afterwards, I spoke to Al at the Sacred Stone, and he's going to open up the shop and be ready for us to come and purchase any crystals or anything that we want. It's just down the road from the Arboretum. So I'm really looking forward. September 17th at 10 o'clock in the morning, meet on the Great Lawn. There's an $8 parking fee, but if you have an Empire Pass, it's free. So you might want to carpool. All right. I can't wait to see everybody. I'm really looking forward to it. My intention is to raise the vibration in the world that day and, just send out vibes to everyone who's been such challenging times. And there's very much more challenging times to come based on the astrology for the fall. So I'd like to send out the most beautiful vibration of love that we can to each other and to the world. So meet me. It's free. And I will be there September 17th, 10 o'clock, Bayard Cutting Arboretum in Oakdale. Thanks so much, everybody. I'll see you soon. Bye. Hey, everybody, I'm back. So I hope you'll join me on Saturday the 17th. So I've been shuffling the cards for Shellyan, and we're going to pull some stuff. So I hope you're still out there, sweetie. All right, so the question she asked me is, Marcellus done with me, or will he change his mind? So let me see if this energy is good for you. And I just want to say, and I say this on the show a lot, I know a lot of times, especially, I get a lot of people who come to me for relationship advice or if I can see about relationships. And the thing about relationship and spirit and predictive is many times we're in a situation where spirit doesn't really want us to know the outcome yet because it will affect our action. And he wants us to really make our own decisions and act accordingly of what our heart really tells us to do. That being said, sometimes I can't always see an outcome. But what I will tell you is that, and this is for everybody, many times we have what I like to call an object of our affection. We fixate on someone. And I say this all the time. You may be in love with that person, quote unquote. You may feel like a deep connection with that person. But inevitably, what you really want is a beautiful feeling of love in your life. You want a connection with someone that you are in flow with. You want this beautiful love connection, this deep, heartfelt relationship, romance connection, right? it doesn't have to be a certain person. If something's not working out in a relationship, and I get it, I know how that loss feels. I know how it feels to long for someone and want that relationship. But remember, when you pray or when you're trying to manifest that relationship, you really don't want to manifest that person and say, oh, please bring Marcellus back to me, or please bring Bob back, or whatever it is. You want to manifest the love that you truly desire in the highest octave you can have it. So just, try and adjust that. And as much as you love a person, try not to make anything or person the object of your desire. Make the desire about what you really want as far as the feeling. What you really desire is the best possible relationship, soulmate relationship you can actually have and engage in your life. It doesn't have to be that person. It could be any energy that will bring you that. So just remember that, because a lot of times I see so many people in so much grief over a person. And I understand that. Believe me, I've been there quite a lot in my life for all different reasons, death, divorce, etc. But in the end, what you really just want is your own happiness and joy and love, that beautiful love in your life, that connection that's so heartfelt and beautiful. So pray for that, because that is really where God wants you to be. So with that, I'm going to pull some cards for Shelly-Ann. Okay, so I see the relationship card comes in upside down. Can we have a camera on the table, Bobby? The relationship card comes in upside down. That's the first card. And I see this to me means that there was a soulmate relationship. It's now not, because I'm seeing it upside down for me. It's going to be right side for you, but it's going to come in like this for me. So when a card is upside down, it usually means that it's either past or hasn't happened yet. In this case, I'm going to go with past. This is the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is a soulmate relationship, almost like a marriage, or if it's not a literal marriage, a living together, a connection that is like a marriage, a partnership, is a partnership card. When I see this upside down, it means that the energy has passed for you, which you're already saying by your question. I'm also seeing that you have sleepless nights. He too has had sleepless nights. This is very sudden. Something occurred. I have the Knight of Swords here. The Knight of Swords is always a card. I call it my 911 card. When the Knight of Swords comes in, it's an emergency or something that has happened very, very quickly, unexpectedly. And that is the energy we're in right now with breakup energy with the planet Uranus. Is there a call, Bob? No, that was my call. And now I'm seeing this heartbreak card. So the cards are definitely in tune with us tonight. They're definitely telling the story. I can feel your heartbreak. I want to tell you, Shelly-Ann, to really try and move away from the heartbreak, because I'm getting the feeling that while you may be, I'm getting the feeling that this is actually happening for your higher good. And I know that's hard to hear, but I feel like this person is not really meant to be around you. There are things that you don't know. Let me see. Yeah, the Lover's card, there's interference here. Obviously, there's someone else in the picture. I hate to tell you that. When I say someone else is in the picture, the Lover's card is a card of interference. When I say that, it doesn't necessarily mean a cheating situation or a third-party situation in that regard. It could very well be. But it also could be interference from, like a mother or a family member or a friend who is coming in between you two, or a situation. But there's definitely interference in the relationship. It happened very suddenly. I'm kind of getting the feeling there is someone else. I feel like you and he are coming together and really having a battle. When you see each other, you want it to go well, but it does not. But overall, I have to say, I'm seeing this is actually happening for your higher good. And although you're suffering right now, I believe that you're going to come out of this a much better, heartfelt, and stronger individual than you are right now. And there's someone better for you. And the reason why I feel that is because both the partnership card and the Lover's card, traditionally in tarot, if you look at the symbols above them, they're very similar. You see the winged type symbols, first in the partnership card and then above in the Lover's card. This in tarot traditionally is the symbol of Archangel Gabriel. And Archangel Gabriel comes in to give us clear messages. So what I'd like you to do is, like I said in the top end of the show, you want to do some quiet and listening. You want to kind of spend some time with yourself, maybe go by the water. I know Jamaica is beautiful for that. And really think about what you really heart's desire, because I feel like this desire you have for this person, for this gentleman, is very centered in the three-dimensional world. It's like he's really an object of your desire, but I think when you really are truthful with yourself, it's really not the relationship you want anyway. And I feel like there is another relationship that comes in once you realize and let go of this Marcellus. And I got the Page of Wands, which to me means new beginning. Not necessarily with him. I feel like there is someone else coming in for you. And I know that may be hard for you to understand and believe now, but please trust the universe because it really does have your back. And the universe is much more wise and loving than we know. And so trust, trust, trust. I also want you to understand that I'm also picking up the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is a card of finality, and it's coming right over this heartbreak, and it's also around the Wheel of Fortune, which to me means an ending and a beginning. There's someone else out there for you, which is better than this current love. I'm getting a call. I hope that answers your question, Chillian. So, good evening. You're welcome to the Soul Space. How are you tonight?
Okay, good.
This is Georgia, and who am I talking to?
Hi, my name is Nicole.
Hi, Nicole. How are you tonight? You good?
Good. How are you doing on a Monday evening?
I am doing good. I was just talking to someone from Jamaica, so I'm so glad my broadcast is going far and wide. So I'll bet you have a question for me.
Oh, that's excellent to hear.
Yeah, it's really cool. We get people from Australia and everywhere. I don't know how they find us. They just do. Power of the internet, right? Spirit puts our light out there.
Yes, it does.
So do you have a question for me this evening?
Yes, about love.
Oh, everyone's got love on the mind. I know why that is, because Mercury is retrograde in Libra and it's bringing back ghosts from the past. So what is your question?
Yeah. I'm sorry?
What is your question?
Okay. Do you, I was involved with someone and we kind of broke it off. Is there any room for reconcilement?
Okay. So first of all, I'm going to go to cards, but first of all, I want to say whenever, I don't know, it's kind of intuition and it's kind of common sense, but there's no such thing as kind of broke it off. It could either be that he thinks it's broken off and you don't, or you're hoping. And so I think the first thing to get a really good read, and I'm just saying this for you on a personal basis, to get a really good read, and also I guess for everybody out there, whenever you're in a situation like that, and you're kind of confused and uncertain, really, again, spend some quiet listening with yourself and really get a handle on exactly what the situation is now. Because in order to work with the energy of anything, you have to accept the way it really is. And that will actually clear and give you clarity on what your action should be. You know, so now I'm going to ask you, and you don't have to answer if you don't want, but when you say kind of broken up, in your deepest heart of hearts, what do you really feel the definition of that is? That you're broken up or that there's hope there?
Well, he's come back a few times, and this time, if he does, I was going to then lay the law down with him and say, hey, enough is enough. Either you want this or you don't.
Right. So what I'm seeing is
he
that
was going through things with his family.
Okay.
More so of his mom.
Oh, okay. He's got a lot
and
going on.
Apparently he's not. Yeah, he's overwhelmed with it.
Right. Okay. So everyone handles crises differently, you know, so we can't judge him. But what I will say is in a healthy, loving partnership, when someone is in crisis, they should feel safe enough to go to their partner.
Right.
So, and I think that's really what you're looking for, because I feel like you are really trying to kind of hope and manifest a different relationship than what it is now. And that's why I say, you know, look at what it really is right now, because that's going to give you the answers you need. Because we can only deal with reality. We can't deal with what hasn't happened yet. Like a lot of times people will tell me something has a lot of potential. And I believe in potential. I think potential is great. The one downside of potential is it's not reality. It has not happened yet. It's not now.
Right.
So you have to base your decisions on now. And then if something changes, it's different. So I can see the struggle. I'm pulling cards now. I can see the struggle. I also feel like in some ways you're in competition with the family. Maybe not in a, obvious three-dimensional way, but I feel like you are in competition with them because it's almost like his attention isn't on you, and sometimes when it should be, even though he has these other balls in the air, you should be one of those balls as well. And I feel like sometimes you kind of feel very bad. You almost get down on yourself because you're not getting what you truly desire and what you're worth.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
feeling that.
I agree with you.
And I feel like at the same time, because of that, and again, I have no judgment. I'm just saying how I see the energy. Because of that, I feel like there's a situation, an energetic situation here where he's taking energy away from you that the universe really wants you to spend on other things. He's taking energy, like you spend a lot of time thinking, manifesting, in rumination is the word I'm looking for, over and over in your mind, same thing, talking to yourself about, well, why isn't he X? Why isn't he Y? What can I do to make him this way? Or what am I doing wrong here? Or why doesn't he want to be more close? And I feel like all of that energy, if you took it and put it in a big ball and put it somewhere else, you would be where you really want to be in your life in other accomplishments.
Okay.
In other words, I feel like he's a thief in the night of your energy. And even though this isn't an intentional deliberation, it's the way it is. And that's not healthy. Because I'm getting this card, which is the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is a thief in the night. And when I see a thief in the night card, it's almost like our energy is being stolen, but we're not even aware of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm seeing the competition. I'm seeing that the more he spends time with his mom, and even though she may need him, and that's very admirable that he steps up for his mom. He also either is committed to a relationship or he's not. When someone's ambivalent, it's a very strong message to us. When someone has one foot in a relationship and one foot out, it's a very strong message that they're telling us we're not worthy. I don't really want to be here. And I feel like you're really internalizing that. And because of that, there's this feeling of competition almost.
Okay.
Like you're trying to get his attention, but you just can't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you're competing for his attention is what I'm trying to say. So the answer for you is you need to take quiet time. You need to completely be away from him. I feel like you need to, and I know you are now, I can feel that, but I feel like you need to almost try and stop thinking about it so much because this isn't about him, it's about you. And it's about asking yourself this one question, because I'm seeing him as this thief in the night, this card right here. Before I pull the next card, because I know it's going to actually confirm what I'm saying. Sometimes I can feel that. This is the question you need to ask yourself. Not, is he coming back, and not bargaining with yourself that if he does, come back in a more consistent way, I'm going to lay the law down. That's really not where your energy is best spent. Your energy is best spent in what is it about me that I'm accepting this kind of behavior when it really isn't what I want to begin with.
Correct.
That's the question. And the next card I picked, it's the 17 the star card. And the star card, 17, 1 and 7 add up to 8, which is completion, which is abundance. So the star card is balancing our spiritual and our material world. And I feel like you've got a journey. I feel like you are meant to be in a much higher place than you are now, and that this is just dragging you down and dragging you down.
Right.
And I think that none of this back and forth, I think you need to walk away because I feel like there's higher things for you. I feel like this guy also can be a tyrant sometimes. Like he makes demands on you that are really not appropriate.
Okay.
Does he do that?
No, I never noticed that.
Well, when he comes
If
back,
anything, I was the one. I was the one more so.
Well, maybe that's why I don't know. I'm getting that he comes. This is how I'm seeing the energy because I just pulled the Hierophant, and to me, the Hierophant is someone who's traditional. Okay, first of all, but someone who expects an awful lot from someone. Maybe demand is the wrong word. Is he expecting an awful lot when he does come around?
No, I am.
Okay, so then maybe that's you then. But I just pulled the same card that I got for Shellyan. Like this relationship needs to be free from you. You need to be free from the relationship. I'm going to pick 3 more cards.
Okay.
I'm getting the Wheel of Fortune again as well. The Lovers came. It's almost the same reading as Shellyan got, and the Knight of Wands. Again, as soon as you change your energy, you need to learn how to be more worthy, and I think that you come off as being very strong. I think you're a very strong person, but I think that
Yes.
you are grasping at something that's really a lot less than what you deserve.
Gone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost
Not
like a
only left,
power
but also
struggle.
gone.
Yeah, it's almost like a
Yeah.
power struggle with you, like you just want it to prove a point.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so then you're the Hierophant. So like you want it to prove a point, but the point is you don't really want that. So what are you doing?
You're right.
I think
guess
that
you're
once you
right,
change
yeah.
the energy, is a healing that has to take place for you, because I think what you're really doing is you're acting out something from the past, either a parent or someone that you didn't get the attention from.
Right.
And you're acting that out in this relationship. It's almost like, whether it's mommy or daddy, it's like, no, look at me. I'm over here. I'm over here. You better do
Right.
this. Yeah. So why would you want a relationship like that? You don't want to act out your childhood again. I just got the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is the abundance card. It's a card of new beginnings. So I think what has to happen here, and what the cards are showing me, is what's happening for you, and the dissatisfaction in this circle you're in, because it really, I see the energy is just circular and circular. You need to step away, because this has nothing to do with this gentleman. It has to do with you. And you need to do
Got
some
it.
internal work. And this is about you healing that wound that is craving that attention, like you're almost grasping at it. Because I can almost see like you grasping for it, like I'm going to make this happen. He's going to do this or else. And I think what needs to happen is you need to heal that void yourself. When you do that and you elevate your own person, that's when the guy who gives you what you really want comes in, because now you're also giving it to yourself. I just got the Knight of Swords card, which is that card of like something new coming in when you least expect it. You've got some healing work to do. I would definitely even recommend Reiki for you, or, some kind of like healing type of processes. I can see that are you having some trouble sleeping?
Yes.
Yeah, because I can see that. I was going to say, I can see you have that. Yeah, I believe that you're having trouble sleeping because you're in this power struggle. And to be honest with you, the power struggle isn't with this man. The power struggle is within you.
Got it.
Yeah, it's like, I need this attention. I want this attention, but I deserve better. But I want this he better do it this way because I deserve better. So I'm going to make him be better. And that doesn't make
Right,
sense.
yes.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. So I'm going to pull
Okay, I
two
understand.
final cards they're showing me for the reading. Yeah, the heartbreak you're feeling is not heartbreak over this man. The heartbreak you're feeling is much deeper.
Okay.
Yeah, this is that feeling and that's why I say quiet listening, go into some quiet time and really search your heart, because I really feel like this is about the attention you didn't get either as a child or when you were a young person. And this is about, I'm going to make them pay attention to me.
Got it. Yes.
And
Yeah,
so
I
go,
do agree with you on that one.
Yeah. And we can't heal those things through another. I'll give you a personal example. I have had abandonment issues in my life, and I could be with someone and they could tell me every day, all day long, I'm never going to leave you. I'm here forever. We are soulmates. I am never going to leave you. And I would never believe them. Who would believe? I would never believe that. I have an abandonment issue. So you have a worth issue. You have a self-worth issue. That's why you're grasping for attention, because you feel like you have to demand it, because that's the only way you're going to get
Right.
it. When you change something within yourself to worthiness, you no longer have to grasp at attention. You're satisfied when it comes to you, because it will come to you. What would you do if today you went to the grocery store, and when you came out of the grocery store, someone started running after you, trying to grab you?
Him?
What would happen if you were anybody?
If it was him?
If it was anybody,
If it was
you were-
anybody in general?
yeah, and they were just running after you and trying to grab you, you'd run, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So when
Definitely.
you're trying to grab somebody's attention, what do you think they're going to do?
Keep running.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're not healed. So that person can't heal that void in you. And we all have them. We all have a void somewhere. But until we do our work, we're not going to have a healthy relationship.
Right.
And so we do that work within ourselves and we get almost all the way there. And then the right person comes in and we finish our healing in relationship because that's what humans do. We have to relate. So that's when you know if you're really healthy and healed, because now you're relating in a way where you're not grasping and the relationship is consistent.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So the reading and the cards are showing me that you need to change something within you and then everything else falls into place. It could even be that person that you're asking about. But whoever it is, again, like I said before, doesn't really matter because what you're really looking for is that perfect relationship that you want. The relationship that you desire and deserve. It could be with anyone as long as it's the relationship you desire and deserve.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm.
So do you have any other question for me?
No, that's it.
Okay. So I thank you so much for calling in. I love doing readings live, and I hope that they're telling me to pull one more card for you, so I'm actually going to shuffle the deck.
Okay.
I have to ask you, do you have a dad who's passed?
No, he's still alive.
Is dad the one that you have this issue of attention with?
Yes.
Okay, that's why he's coming in. So you may not heal that through dad in this lifetime. But what I will tell you is you can heal that within yourself. So whatever you are craving from this person or craving from dad, give it to yourself. Mm-hmm. Talk to yourself the way you want to hear them talk to you. If you, whatever it may be, an appearance, if you buy something new, look in the mirror and tell yourself you're beautiful. If you need reinforcement about anything, you're cooking, the way you keep house, that you're a strong woman, whatever it is, give yourself that reinforcement over and over and over again. Write the affirmations. They're showing me that. And I'm going to pull one last card for you. Yeah. It's recognition. It's about recognition. They just pulled the Seven of Wands for me. That is a card about getting what you deserve to be recognized for. I feel like you do a lot for people sometimes and you feel like you don't get recognized for it. I'm also getting the energy of you're so strong and you do everything for yourself and you are like a warrior woman. But then you get angry because you don't have help, but you won't allow people to help you.
Yes, I do.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting this energy and this is the card of recognition. So here's the key on that. All right. You give a lot, but you don't allow yourself to receive.
Yes, that's true.
And that's what you're angry about. So you're trying to grasp that feeling of receiving love and looking for love and attention, but you won't allow yourself to have it. So that's what you got to work on, letting yourself receive. And that's why Reiki and healing modalities like that are great, because you have to lay on the table and receive. It teaches you how to receive love.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of times when we have relationship issues, people will say, oh, I have problems. I have problems in love, but you have problems receiving love.
Yes.
Yeah. So take that with you tonight. I think that's a beautiful thing. And I hope that you do, if you want, come to me for a reading or someone for a reading or Reiki or anything that will make you feel love in this moment. And I just want everyone in the Zakuta community, send up some hearts. Let's send some love out and just make you feel really loved right in this moment and just breathe it in, because that's going to be the first part of your healing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great night.
You too now. Bye-bye.
So you never know where a reading's going to go. And Pauline just said both readings were meant for me too. And I have to tell you, and this is something that a lot of tarot readers or mediums don't tell you, many, many times when I do a reading, whether it's cards or it's, someone who comes to me to be in touch with a past loved one, the message that comes through is about something in my life as well. I can apply it somewhere. And that's the beauty of the gifts that we have. And as I say so many times, anyone can do what I do. If you work at it, you open yourself to it. And there's so many times when I'm sitting across the table reading someone and my querent's reading, I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh my God, this is just what I was supposed to hear today. Or I have someone's grandmother or mom or dad or child come through from the other side and I'm saying the message this person's saying to them and they're emotional about it and they're saying, oh my God, this is so accurate. and the messages for me as well. So sometimes the messages, and that's why I love doing live readings, because I know there are people out there it's going to hear and hear this, and it's going to touch as well, and me too. And that's something that a lot of us in this beautiful spiritual world and in this beautiful world of Zenkuda, and like Elaine's on, and she's actually my tarot reader that reads me, and there's such beauty in that, because we get to connect, and we get to connect in so many different ways. And I love that brings us all together. Like, we're all hearing the same thing and internalizing it in a different way. And I just really, really love that. And that's one of my most favorite things about, having this community and just doing what I do. And that's the real gift. Like, a lot of times, you'll see a reader and they're a little bit egoic, and they're like all braggy about what they do and how good they are. And that's really not what this is about. This is about all of us learning and growing our soul, and growing ourselves forward and evolving to be better humans every day. And that's, why you want to go to a light worker, because we're in the light, right? So thank you for that affirmation. That whenever I do a reading, I get affirmation. Proof we're one. That's absolutely right. You got it. Elaine says she needs to get away from that relationship. See, now you know why I go to Elaine, because Elaine's like just cut and dry. She tells me right like it is. She'll text me sometimes and be like, "Are you blah blah blah?" Because she knows what I'm doing. I don't know. She can read minds, but like, and I have clients I do that for too. And I also do Elaine's astrology when she wants me to. But that's the difference between tarot readers. Like, I'm like, "Oh, maybe this guy isn't so good for you. I'm seeing," and Elaine's like, "Get the hell away from him." But I love it, because it's like there's somebody for everyone. There's a lid for every pot. But Elaine is a fabulous, fabulous reader. So. Deneen says, "I no longer take his calls and feel so empowered." That's awesome. That's awesome. And I will tell you, and listen, I'm preaching to myself here too, because, I always say, no matter what the age of us, men or women, we do silly things for the opposite sex, right? But I always say, when you're going to break up with someone, you have to go cold turkey. And I know we all want to stay friends. Look, I love everybody. I'm like, a love magnet. But truthfully, when you're in a breakup situation with someone, you've got to cold turkey it. No texting, no phone calling, no visiting. You'll never get over it. That's when the cycle just keeps continuing. So when you definitely decide to do a breakup, you got to. And come to me for a reading, because I'll let you know what's going to happen. So so you can find me everywhere. And if anybody has anything that they want to talk about, we've got a couple of minutes left, so put that in the comments. I'm going to look back to this, make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, thank you, Joanne. Hope that helped you, Shillian. Yeah, so definitely join me on Saturday. Bayard Cutting Arboretum. I'm going to be really informal. It's free. There is an $8 parking fee at the Arboretum, but if you have a Empire Pass, you get in for free. You don't have to pay for parking. Or, pile 3 or 4 of you in a car together and then split the $8. Could be like $2. And then afterwards, we're all going to go to Al at the Sacred Stone and see his beautiful treasures. So maybe he'll even do another meditation for us. I would love that. So I hope you all know where to find me. Now, I'm going to ask you all for a really big favor. I'm going to actually pick a card for this. They're telling me to pick this card. Okay. I got the Queen of Wands. I'm the Queen of Wands. Oh, I'm a Sag rising, so that's me. This is perfect for me. So I am asking you, as the Queen of Wands, everybody, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Zenkuda. I want to be able to do lives there and all kinds of stuff there so that we can do lives and comment during the week in between this podcast. So please, please, please hop on over to YouTube and subscribe to Zenkuda. I promise I won't bother you, but whenever a new video goes up, you'll just get a little notification so you can watch it at your leisure. We do bank all the shows on there as well on the Zenkuda on YouTube. So please, 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 subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also, if you would like to share this show, I'd really be grateful. We're trying to get more subscribers and more people into the Zenkuda community. So you can find me on Zenkuda.com, Zenkuda on Facebook, Georgia Rose Connection on Facebook, and also on Instagram at Zenkuda Official. Thanks so much, guys. I hope to see you next Monday night at 7 o'clock. We're going to have a great show for you, and I'll probably see a bunch of you Saturday, 10 o'clock at the Bayard Cutting Arboretum. Thanks so much. See you next week. Bye-bye.